Picking off where we left off last time, after I just screwed up and left my lantern on the entire time, I was having the character sleep in the cabin down in Bleak Inlet. Hopefully, the weather has improved. Next stint, and it has. It's improved a little bit. Well, nighttime is nighttime. Still might be a little on the cold side. So the thing that can be a little bit scary in Bleak Inlet is the presence of timberwolves. With the wind quieted down, this is actually probably about the best sort of weather to be hunting or fighting the timberwolves in. Because you can set up a fire and then use it as a safe place to fight the timberwolves from. I believe in the last part, if you're watching on YouTube, it would have been the previous video, so it would have been the video from yesterday. If you're watching on Twitch, it's apart from just before the break, we went ahead and snuck past a couple timberwolves in the upper Bleak Inlet. Had it not been so windy, I probably would have actually fought those timberwolves, as there would have been a good source of food up in that portion of the inlet. But now that we're down in the lower one, I'm a little less prone to necessarily fighting them if I can avoid them. Not as cramped down here.
Need to find some place to escape this cold.
Oh yeah, I think I wandered out of the place where I'll run into timberwolves, and I'm now more in the zone. Are much more likely to run into a bear. So there is one bear down in Bleak Inlet. In his caves over this end of Bleak Inlet. I believe the Bleak Inlet bear is always up. So it's not like the ones in Coastal Highway or Mystery Lake where the bear may or may not be up in various places. But there is only one bear out here. At a time. One bear at a time. He does respawn if you kill him. Ow. I sprained the character's ankle. Whoops.
I don't feel so good. It smarts a bit.
That was a larger drop than I was expecting, from what I could see. I'll limp over to the nearby cabins and give the character a 4-hour snooze to get the ankle repaired. At which point we have the cabins to explore and the nearby lighthouse before I decide whether I'm going to hunt the bear or go face the timberwolves near the cannery for the next bit of work after that. The bear is a better source of food, and if I'm careful, it'll probably actually safer to hunt if the weather isn't playing ball. So there, for example, is the bear. So that's the bear. Normally you get sort of a rocking motion as your guy limps along. I currently have that turned off because I've heard that some people find it nauseating. the watch. And this one's one of the boarded up ones.
That hurts.
If I was playing by myself and not streaming, I might leave it on just as sort of an internal punishment for giving myself sprains. But that's why we're not rocking and swaying as we limp along with a damaged ankle.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Nothing in the trunk. Green flare, we might want that. We're dealing with wolves. Granola bar. Not super happy about the low level of fuel. These mittens we don't need. I think that's everything we're gonna get. Like breaking the chair or something. I suppose if I'm going to eat these things, I should eat it now so that I don't get... If I get food poisoning, I can recover the food poisoning while sleeping. Okay. Take that for a sleep, for a nap to get rid of the sprained ankle so we can sprint around if we need to while dealing with the bear or dealing with the wolves. Cured hypothermia, cured the pain, cured the sprained ankle. We are going to want to probably fight, kill, and butcher something, because I'm running low on water. In the near future. Flyover. Okay, so this is crow weather. What's that telling us is there's no crows nearby. Or no carcasses nearby, which is kind of expected. There's normally any carcasses down here. Half of a bait and tackle set in the form of a hook. It is a place that's somewhat convenient sometimes for doing a bit of beach combing. So you can wander on the beach so you can see anything useful. Full took. Fuel. Stuff to make arrows out of. Ruined fish. Painkillers.
Too heavy.
Fuel. See if we see any more on the way to the island. The answer is no. Yeah, we're not taking too much of a detour. That's all we're getting. So we're gonna go up to the lighthouse. Well, up to the ruined lighthouse and see what we can find there.
Cold is making my head feel thick.
If you've been doing a bunch of food gathering, the ruined lighthouse can be a decent place to go for cooking, because it's got a 6-burner stove that's also outside. One of the best stoves for cooking in the game. Shame it is remote as it is, so it can be a bit hard to generate the food nearby.
Wait. I'm so cold and warming up again.
That's a deer. I think sometimes you can see ptarmigans out here, which is why I've got the bow out. Because I'll happily hunt a ptarmigan if I see a ptarmigan. going to bed, which is almost certainly not warm enough. Plastic container with the usual nothing in it. Bit of firewood. We'll end up using that to get ourselves warm. And with that, that's all we're going to find here. Go ahead and start a fire to cook that fish.
Come on. Fire's life out here.
We're negative 17, so let's throw a lump of coal in the fire. The fire will be warm enough for us to get warm. Our tool, place the fish. Oh, we'll also need some water, so let's make some water while we're at it. We eat our fish.
Too much
Gives
stuff
us
to
some more
carry.
lamp oil. Also, we still have some more fish. Okay, so we got more food. So apparently that was a fairly big fish that we found in a beachcomber. We're a little overweight, so I do need to shed some weight. We'll leave the reclaimed wood here. And we'll actually leave the fish here as well. And 4 kilograms over. Where do I want to make the weight savings? Probably torches. Some torches behind. Leave the took behind. Leave the spare painkillers behind. I definitely don't need that many painkillers. Yeah, we're gonna do something like that. Not quite as light as I'd like. I don't know exactly where all the weight's coming from. Oh, I probably don't need that much cloth. This is not a good place to leave cloth, though.
Can't feel my hands.
Yeah, Bleak Inlet is cold. This is getting right about the point in the day where I'd hopefully be expecting to be at only one echelon of cold down. Instead, we're still in double echelon territory.
Too cold to think.
It would appear to be the bear in the distance. Would like to hunt the bear. It would be a good source of food stockpiling down here. I'm surprised that it is wandering towards me. See if we can take advantage of the high ground here. To be a little safer when hunting the bear. There's the bear. It does know I'm up here. And probably the torch gave me away.
Come on, come on. It worked.
There we go. Now we should, given time, have a bear to acquire bear meat from.
Something's gotta go.
There's his cave. I think that's his cave. Maybe that isn't his cave. We'll go over and check. I remember his cave being farther along, but apparently I might. It's been a while. I might not remember exactly where his cave is. We are a worm in the cave. That's a bit of time in the cave. We'll go looking for him. Give him like a half an hour to die. Or go find him. And while that's going on, we'll chill in his cave. And by chill, I mean warm up by the fire, because we're cold.
That did it.
What we're missing is some flour to make some pie. Tasty, tasty pie. The fog's rolled in. Unless the crows found him over the fog, there's a decent possibility he's not been found by crows. Here goes our warming up bonus from the last Birch Bark tea. Hoping he's this side of the road in carcass form. I suppose I only sat there for about half an hour. There's the potential that he's still up and about. Here's the landslide. Here's the place where, when we're mapping the zone, we'll need to map. Obviously, I think if the landslide wasn't here, you'd be able to walk from here to Coastal Highway. But this is not connected to Coastal Highway, so that's not an option. And I think it's always landslided, so there's never a connection to Coastal Highway. Just I think this is the same highway that goes through Coastal Highway. If you're interested in why the theory crafting is that's the landslide blocking the path to Coastal Highway. You know, chucking myself off the same cliff I sprained my ankle last time, it's not a good idea. Let's not do that.
ears feel numb.
Yeah, the more I'm searching, the more I'm thinking he maybe went north of the road. North of the road, there's the potential I'll run into the timber walls, which is why I'm not immediately searching that direction. I think one of these days I'll need to turn the mouse sensitivity down a bit. Nice for very fine, very fast motion control, but maybe a little sensitive. Oh, suppose I found something. Is it human or four-legged?
So cold. Just want to lay down for a bit.
Or were they trolling me?
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
Start up a small fire here to warm up a birch bark tea. And hopefully the warm-up bonus will keep us warm long enough that we can find the bear
Come
corpse.
on.
Bear carcass.
It worked. I might have to drop some gear.
Well, we're going to do a lot of dropping into a fire the moment we find this bear. I suspect after I hunt the bear, I'm going to take a nice long 10-hour rest, or as close to it as possible to recover some fatigue and condition loss. Oop. Bear tracks. That's maybe a good sign. We're on the right track. Don't necessarily like the direction they're going.
Die if I don't warm up soon.
Oh, the bear is alive. The bear is still kicking, my liege. Yeah. Quickly drink another tea to warm up.
Come on. Come on. Well, thank goodness for that.
Yeah, bear still alive. I rolled a one.
Come on.
Rolled a one.
Come on. All right.
Oops, shot high. Oops.
Can't feel my feet.
How cold am I next to this fire? -7. Okay, so it's not going to be worth trying to actually warm up here. So about 30 minutes left on the condition gain. Heading to the bear. The bear alive? That's looking like a dead bear. It's always one way to check. Yes, it's dead. Here's the one that went by. And let's set up a fire next to that bear and get what we can off of it while the weather is good. Oh, I need to get some water made up, though I'm thinking about it as well.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Actually, we'll leave the cooking skill out. Cooking bear meat in the skill, so it's a little bit fun. The wing doesn't want to play along. No, that's a signal fire. We need to sustain the fire. No! I want my fire! I keep my fire. Which way is the wind blowing from? That way. No! It's noped my fire. I'm not allowed to have any fire.
I need to drop something.
Yeah, the wind's coming from that way, so I can't hide behind the bear. How
Sun's
cold
setting.
am I?
It's gonna get a lot colder soon.
-14. I got 7 degrees of heat. So I'm gonna have to leave what's left on the bear until we find some more fuel. And based on the time, that's roughly where I'm gonna go ahead and put the cut for YouTube. So I'm gonna get my character to duck into the cabins over here. Yeah, duck into the cabins over here.
Need to find some
It
place to
should be
escape this
decently
cold.
safe now that the bear is dead, but best to always be careful when there's an aurora about. Because there's no flashlights on Interloper. So there's nothing to scare off the Timberwolves this weather type.
Cold. Too heavy.
Yeah, hope you've been enjoying what you've been watching on YouTube. If you're interested in watching more, there'll be another part up tomorrow. I'm going to take a quick short break IRL before I record the next bit. If you're watching on Twitch, I think I'll record one more part before I take the break for the night. So if you're watching on Twitch, hang around. If you're watching on YouTube, check back in tomorrow and there'll be the next part up. In the meantime, I hope you all have a good time. Catch you later.